Today, I'm going to be talking about my practice sessions. I practice a lot, it's almost an everyday thing for me, and I find new and unique ways to move and think in my practices that I thought it would be nice to make a video about it. There's going to be a lot I'm going to be covering, but for the most part, I'm going to be talking about how I train, why I train that certain way, as well as giving out some advice on how to move/train with specific props, and also talking about specific things like blending, which I'll talk about more in today's video, and do my best to kind of give you an idea on how I think and how I see props. I love props, I train all the time for a reason, it's my passion, and I hope today in this video I can pass on some solid information and also make it a little bit easy for you to train. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, in this footage right here, I am doing some stretching, working on my legs, working on my upper back and lower back, and I'm also just doing some starfish movements just to kind of feel comfortable. I just like to have a nice relaxed stretch, and I also just like to focus on specific areas like my legs, because I've had some issues with my legs in the past and I get very tight very easily, and when it comes to movement I really need to be comfortable in my body so I can go for long sessions. I always try to go for long sessions, that's just how I am, that's how I've always done my props, and to focus on movement in these long sessions requires you to be comfortable in your body, which is what stretching gives me. It gives me comfort. I need to feel comfortable in my body, and I recommend people to just get comfortable, get aware of what's going on in their own bodies so they can know the right ways for their bodies to move. I do a lot of spinning, a lot of twisting, I need a lot of strength, so I like to warm up every part of my body, my legs, my shoulders, my arms. I like to have everything nice and ready to go so I can go for a really long time and I can get the most out of my prop sessions. Now, I will say that you don't have to do this. I've just found a unique thing happening to me when I do weightlifting, and I feel like it makes me a better juggler. This is a weird thing to kind of mention, but I'm going to try to do it as quickly and as thoroughly as possible. I'm juggling balls in this clip right here. As you can see, I'm very well controlled and I'm doing a good job from transitioning from one move to the next. And then I splice in some weightlifting. I try to go for as long as I can, and then I go right back to juggling. And I've been finding that doing this has been really helpful for me because, one, I find that the balls become a little bit lighter and a little bit harder to control, and it makes me focus a little bit more, and two, I feel like I go faster because the clubs and the balls feel a lot lighter, and it makes me go faster, and the faster I go, the harder it is for me to control, and that's an area that I can work on and get better at, control, by going faster. And weightlifting kind of gives me that opportunity that, you know, I actually haven't had a lot of in the past, so I'm really glad that I found like a little shortcut to getting better and faster while also lifting some weights. And yeah, getting faster is kind of my main goal, so I'm always trying to find new ways to improve that. And if you don't want to do weightlifting, I understand, but always just be adaptable and also try to find new ways to just slice in whatever you're working on into your day-to-day routine. And for me, one thing that I always do in my day-to-day routine is juggle fours. Fours is a very challenging prop. I've been on it for a long time, but I try to practice it as much as I can because it challenges me. It requires me to be extra focused more than other props. So in this clip, you just see me working on it and also fixing one of my balls because, I accidentally burst one of them. So I'm putting some tape on it, and I thought it was just kind of funny because I've done this so many times with all my props. I just put a little bit of duct tape on and I'm right back into it. Find a prop that challenges you. Find a prop that you can work on and get better at. And I think it's really good to also try to be creative and challenge your creativity. Pick up a prop that's just so foreign to you and try to find some sense in it. That's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to find some sense in this prop that I still don't know the name of, but I just love how I can blend styles together, and that's something that I recommend people focus on. Take what they know and blend it with other things that they know. For me, I'm blending some kendama and some juggling, as well as some cigar boxes. This can help your style really stand out, it can make you look unique, and also can help you focus on other areas of training. My one tip to you in this area of being creative and being experimental is to just have a prop and do other props on the side to fuel that said prop. All the things that I do, they all fuel one prop in particular, and that is the stick. So you're blending styles together to kind of open up a new area for you to explore. But all of that you are exploring goes back to one source. That is the staff for me. I find that exploring juggling, exploring the weird intricate props that I was showing it before, they all help me be a better staff spinner, and here is why. I do all of these props on the side, and they all give me something different. They give me a different type of movement, they give me a different type of thinking, they give me a different type of strategy, and all of that focus that I put into those props is more time in this space where I am completely focused and completely aware of what I am doing. I am not clouded by anything else, and I'm clear, I am present, and this is called the flow state. I am in the flow state when I am in experimental mode with all of these props. And the more time that I'm in that space of creativity and thinking, the better I will be with my staff. Because I'm spending so much time in that plane, and I'm thinking and strategizing and theorizing about movement that I don't need to waste any time when I'm just staff spinning. I already know exactly what I need to do in that moment because I'm already locked in, because I've been in this space of creativity before. So I spend less time being stagnant and more time just flowing. When you're doing different styles as well, you also find new creative ways to move. I've talked about blending styles before. I'll go a little bit more in depth with blending styles now because it's gonna be here with my staff spinning the most. So if you're doing different styles and blending them together, you're gonna find shortcuts, meaning you're working on a trick, you still can't figure it out, but because you have different areas to pull from, you'll be able to find new and creative ways to get out of your sort of problems when you're working on tricks. When you're working on tricks, you always are going to face problems, and you're going to have some sort of adversity to conquer so you can land that incredible trick. But it takes a little bit of time. It always will. But when you're doing other props, you are cutting that learning curve, because if you're solving other prop issues and then also coming to the main prop, like for me, staff spinning, and completing that issue, you are going to be cutting the learning curve, and you're going to be spending more time in the flow state than just thinking. You don't want to be thinking with these props. Thinking is kind of the detriment to staff spinning and to all the flow arts, in my opinions. And I just think in art in general, the less you think, the more creative you are. Also, it's really good to just take inspiration from others. A lot of the stuff that I do, I've seen other people do, and I've tried to put my own creative twist upon my specific movement. I've watched a lot of my friends grow over the past few years, and their styles are so incredible, and I don't try to emulate, I just try to take inspiration. And this is really important. When you're looking at other people's styles, try to find new ways to reinvent them, you know? Just don't take, because taking is kind of just, in a sense, not gonna get you anywhere. It's not gonna make you better, it's just gonna make you more like that other person. And my goal, and I think everyone's goal when it comes to doing these tricks, should be to make their own, get creative, find new ways to move, and take the inspiration and run with it. Run with that inspiration, and it'll take you very, very far. And the last thing I'm gonna mention is have fun while you're training. All of this is supposed to be fun. The experimenting, the theorizing, the challenges you set for yourself. You're doing all of this to, yes, get better, but also it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exciting. So go out there and just enjoy the prop that you like to do. Whether it's dragon staff or poppy hammer, staff or doubles. Go and have some fun. And that is where I'm gonna leave you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little ramble of my training sessions. I love to train and I love posting. If you want to go see some of my other videos, you can go check out my Instagram, Teammates on Fire. That's where I post some more training clips. And also, if you're looking for more content, I do plan on posting a little bit more in the future on YouTube and on Instagram. So subscribe for more. Let me know if you enjoyed this video in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your opinions. And if you haven't already, go check out some of my other videos. And once again, go out there, go have some fun, enjoy your training sessions. I hope what I said gave you something to think about. Have a great day.